Calderon. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 27, Logan Mitchell. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 12, Tanner Ferry. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 22, Brady Andrews. Batting seventh, center fielder, Joran Porter.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome in here to Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas, where we have baseball in District 10 of 6A on the docket tonight between your Tyler Legacy Red Raiders and the visiting North Forney Falcons. As always, I'm Reese Landon joining you here in the press box at Mike Carter Field. Follow me on Twitter at Landon Reese for all Tyler Legacy and Tyler ISD athletics updates. So we get ready to go in this one. Both of these teams coming in at 3 and 5 overall in district play, and you can see the district standings now on your screen. Rockwall Heath leading the district right now. They are unbeaten 8-0, then Rice City, and then it gets really, really muddy. Mesquite Horn, Rockwall, Tyler Legacy, and North Forney are all separated by just 1 game apiece. This is a district that is going to come down to the wire, and for Tyler Legacy here tonight, they're looking to get another strong performance from their center fielder, and Cooper Moore, who had a huge game on Saturday against White House. You'll see the clips in a second, but Cooper Moore, 3 hits, including 2 home runs on Saturday against White House. They look to get similar production out of him here tonight.
Batting seventh, third baseman, number 9, Barrett Sibley. Batting eighth, catcher, number 6, Noah Felton. Batting ninth, first baseman, number 12, Luke Davis. And the rest of the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders, head coach V.J. Bunner, the assistants Corbin Henry, Ronnie Parks, Travis Moore.
Well, we'll talk about Cooper Moore and all of his teammates here in just a few moments. National anthem getting ready to be played here at Mike Carter Field. Stick with us. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube.
And join her as she sings the national anthem.
We're back here and raring to go from Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas. As we get closer to this one, let's go over the starting lineup for the North Forney Falcons, who come into this one 3 and 5 in district play. Overall, they are 7 and 20. As you can see on your screen right there, the Red Raider logos in the background do not reflect them, but Matt Calderon leads it off. He's followed by Colin Warden, and then Mario Calderon at third base, Logan Mitchell behind the plate. At first base, it's Tanner Ferry, then Brady Andrews, the designated hitter. Bottom 3 in the order, John Ron Porter in center, Trey Hannigan at second, Landon Richards. He is in left field here tonight for North Forney. On the other side of things, let's talk about the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders and how they line up defensively. And as you can see on your screen right now, here is how they do line up defensively. Garner McKinney and Landon Miller man the corners of the outfield. Cooper Moore, who we talked about a little bit in the pregame, he's in center. Infield left to right, Barrett Sibley, Nolan Hable, Jared Martinez, and then Luke Davis. Designated hitter tonight, Cale Zips, he's not in the field. And then the battery is Noah Felton with Dallin Privet on the mound for the Red Raiders. And Dallin Privet has been sparkling on the mound this year for Tyler Legacy. He comes into this one with an ERA of 2.00. Should be a good one tonight. Hope we have some fun. And this is a big-time matchup. Both these teams one game back from that fourth and final playoff spot in the district. So this is big for both sides. So to lead it off, it'll be Matt Calderon. The right fielder, he'll stand in. Calderon, right-handed batter against Privet, the right-handed thrower. First pitch, and Privet finds the outside corner for strike one. Well, this is a guy who's going to fill up the zone with a lot of strikes, as you can see right there. As here's a swing and a liner over to short, and it is snagged by Nolan Hable for out number one.
Now batting, shortstop, number 11.
So Hable makes the easy play. First out of this one, and now here comes the bat of Colin Warden. Shortstop will stand in. Privet coming into this one, making his 8th start of the year, his 9th appearance overall, a 3-3 record with the even 2.00 ERA, 35 innings, struck out 34. He's only walked 8 batters, so that is definitely the strength in terms of command in Dallin Privet's arsenal. As that one misses down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. Top of the first inning, it is a muggy Tuesday night. It rained all afternoon. Now we're getting some more rain here at Mike Carter Field. Had let up for the past hour and a half, 2 hours, but here it comes again. We are playing on turf, though, so we're going to play through it. As Privet fires in the fastball, and the Oklahoma Christian signees ahead 1-2 here on Colin Warden. Legacy's dropped 3 straight, including Saturday against White House. Here's a swing and a flare down the right field line. Long run for Luke Davis as well as Landon Miller, but neither will get it. It's out of play. Count here 2-2. And I mentioned it a few moments ago, both of these teams just one game back in the district. It's a tie for third place, but both of those teams in Rockwall and Mesquite Horn currently in the playoff picture. As that breaking ball started up, stays up, we've gone full. Mesquite Horn has lost their last 4 games, though. Rockwall, on the other hand, has won their last 4 games. Here's a breaking ball, fought off and out of play. 3-2 count. Privet's last outing against Royce City ended up being a loss, the 4-3 defeat for the Red Raiders. As here's a soft flare, shallow left field. Hable going out, showing some nice range. So he'll make the catch for out number 2. Junior shortstop Hable puts a glove on the first 2 outs of this game. Now here comes the third baseman in Mario Calderon. So a couple of Calderons at the top of the lineup for these Falcons. All right-handed batters to start this one out as there's a called strike. It's 0-1. A good crowd here tonight for senior night. Tyler Legacy has plenty of seniors in the lineup today. A 1. And the slider just missed away. That's a pitcher's pitch, but Privet does not get the call. Here's a swing and a liner right back to Privet as he gloves it himself for out number 3. That's exactly how you do it for the senior right-hander. Tyler Legacy knotted at 0 after a half inning here from Mike Carter Field. Stick with us. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here as we get ready to start the second half inning of this contest, but the bottom of the first inning here tonight from Mike Carter Field in Tyler. As we get ready to start this one, let's go over the defensive alignment for the visiting North Forney Falcons. In the outfield from left to right, it goes Landon Richards, John Rand Porter, and then Matt Calderon. The infield left to right, Mario Calderon. Then at shortstop, it is Colin Warden. The second baseman, Trey Hannigan. Over at first base, Tanner Ferry. The battery here tonight, behind the plate, Logan Mitchell. On the mound, the right-hander, Jake Lancaster. And now here's your starting lineup for the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders. Leading off, it'll be the center fielder, Cooper Moore, followed by the shortstop, a junior, Nolan Hable. Cale Zips, the star sophomore designated hitter, hits in the 3 spot. Garner McKinney in left field. Haven't seen him in the cleanup spot yet this year, but he's there tonight. Dallin Privet pitching. He bats 5th, followed by Landon Miller in right, who bats in the 6th spot. Bottom 3 in the lineup for the Red Raiders, Barrett Sibley at 3rd, Noah Felton behind the plate. And then at first base, for the first time I can remember this season, it is Luke Davis. So here comes Cooper Moore as he gets ready to hit. Let's flash you back to his game that he had on Saturday with a couple of home runs. Cooper Moore playing a huge role for the Red Raiders. That first one, a no-doubter. So here's Cooper Moore. Moore coming into this one on the year, hitting .275, but an OPS well over 900. So there's a swing and a miss, OPS on base plus slugging. Moore, Hable, Zips, the top 3 here tonight in the Tyler Legacy lineup. Here's a grounder left side. This is going to be a tough play. Ranging over to his right. Warden, long throw, no chance. And it actually gets by the first baseman, Ferry, but no advance. It's a hit all the way. And Cooper Moore with the leadoff single.
Now batting shortstop, number 8, Nolan Hable.
So now here comes the bat of Nolan Hable, hitting .250, playing in his 15th game of the year here tonight. Cooper Moore over at first base leads the club with 12 stolen bases. As Hable squares, pulls back, it misses high for ball 1. So Legacy already showing some aggressiveness to move that runner up. Moore one that can really move off of first base. Squaring Hable, bunts, but he bunts foul. Count now even at 1-1. North Forney has lost 6 of 7 coming in. After a solid start to the district, they've sputtered a bit and try to find their way into 1 game away from 500. Both these teams playing twice this week. Hable squares again, and he bunts foul again. Count is 1-2. You can probably hear the wind in your mic a little bit. One and 2 count. Hable, he squares again, but pulls back as it misses up and away for ball 2. Count here even. We haven't seen Moore try to run yet, but I think it's only a matter of time. Back and holding the right-hander in Lancaster. Breaking ball, popped high in the air and foul. Keep it right here at 2-2. Hable back into the box. Lancaster back to work on the bump. Moore holding off the bag. Stays put as that one bounces in there, and now we're full. So this is a really good at-bat for Nolan Hable as he's worked it full. On deck, Cale Zips. Hable in the cleanup spot on Saturday against White House. He walked, singled, scored 2 runs. Lancaster holding. Moore not running. Now a delayed steal, and it doesn't matter. Ball 4. First 2 on here for the Red Raiders in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff single by Moore and a walk to Nolan Hable. So 2 on, none out, and here comes the bat of Cale Zips. Zips, a guy who has really come around with the bat in the past couple of weeks. And that's reflected by a 3-hit performance, including an RBI and a run scored against White House. Leads the team in average, hitting .324. As he watches that one down for ball 1. This is a guy with a lot of pop and just a sophomore, so he's going to be a fixture in this lineup for the next couple of years. McKinney waits on deck, and right now, if you're Lancaster, you really need it out here. First baseman and Ferry playing way tight as Zip swings and misses, and there goes the bat. And as he stands around, kind of looking for it. We'll see if he decides to get the new bat, and maybe he's just trying to get some pine tar. We'll cut to a replay of that real quick. You can see the bat go flying out of the hands of Cale Zips. So back in the Red Raider. Waiting on the 1-1. Swinging a grounder foul. First base side, the count now 1-2, or rather third base side, the count now 1-2. McKinney waits next. The outfield for North Forney playing for Zips to pull it a little bit. The right fielder and Matt Calderon is shaded towards the gap. The center fielder and Porter shaded a little over towards left center. 1-2, Moore runs. It's outside. Throw down to third. Cooper Moore safe. Moving up to second base on the play is Nolan Hable, who was not moving initially, and Cooper Moore probably always has the green light to steal. As you can see right here, he had pretty much a free jump. Infield now draws in. As Zip swings and drills this one to left field, and that ball will fall. 1 run scores, trail runner, and Hable motoring around, and he will slide in safely. 2-0 Tyler Legacy. Cale Zips just continues to hit the baseball well. He leads this team now with 17 ribbies, and Tyler Legacy leads 2-0.
Check that left fielder, number 3, Garner McKinney.
So Garner McKinney now to the plate. First 3 Red Raiders have reached as McKinney watches that one down for a ball. Count 1-0. That stolen base by Moore looming large. Legacy probably would have got a run anyway, but obviously the trail runner and Hable probably wouldn't have even been able to make it to third. Kenny thought about it, holds off. It's 2-0. Jake Lancaster still trying to find that elusive first out. Here's a swing and a shallow pop-up left center field. Who wants it? Porter racing over and now converging Richards. He won't get it. Up to second goes Cale Zips. And Tyler Legacy continues to find the flow offensively. Single, walk, single, single. And now Dallin Privet with 2 on and none out. This is exactly what you would have been hoping for if you're VJ Bunner, and now the catcher and Logan Mitchell walking out to talk to Jake Lancaster. That one not very hard hit. Two on, none out here for Privet. First baseman and Ferry plays for the bunt. We'll see if Privet shows it, and he does. Pulls back. It's in there for a strike, and a throw down to second now against the lead runner in Zips. Back in safely. Landon Miller waits on deck. Ferry playing up and close once again. Squaring Privet. Breaking ball just high. 1-1. So the count is even here. North Forney middle infield clearly playing for the double play. Privet trying to find a hole in the defense. He squares the bunt again, but he pops this one up foul and into the netting. Ferry gave it a run over there at first base. Couldn't get it. 1-2. I'd like to think the bunt sign is off here, but we'll see how the Red Raiders decide to play it. One-two pitch. Inside, it hit him. And it's gone from bad to worse for Jake Lancaster. The bases are now loaded. And Landon Miller is going to hit with the sacks full. And now out of the dugout, making a walk out to the mound. It's the head coach for the Falcons, as he's going to talk it over with pitcher and catcher right now. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. So the pitcher in Privet is lifted, I believe, for Payne Hotman. Hotman is going to go run over at first base. This is probably not the start that Lancaster envisioned. So if you're Landon Miller stepping into the box here, you got to probably just swing freely. Understand you got the bases loaded. Still nobody out in the inning. And if Miller reaches here, you've got to think North Forney is going to have to get some activity moving in the bullpen. Corners tight here for the baby blue jerseys. Outfield plays fairly deep against Miller. First pitch coming. Swing and a foul ball. Third base side, drifting out of play. Count 0-1. Miller, one of the 9 seniors honored here tonight on senior night. Oh, 1 count as Miller watches the backdoor breaker that drops in there, and now it's 0-2. So Miller in a hole. He's going to have to find his way out of it, hitting .233 on the year. 0-2. Backdoor breaker and just missed. Did not miss by a whole lot. We've seen a tighter zone here tonight on both sides so far. The 1-2. Miller swings and taps this one off the mound to get it Lancaster. Ricochets off his glove, picks, he's got no play. Run scores. That'll be an error on Lancaster. It is now 3-0 Tyler Legacy.
Now batting third baseman, number 9, Barrett Sibley.
Well, you can look back at the replay on this. With Miller stepping into the box, Lancaster just could not come up with this cleanly. Now here's Barrett Sibley. We're going to have to cut that one short. First pitch. Sibley swings and lines this one to right field. On to get it is Calderon. He'll make the catch and no advance. A big first out. And perhaps the hardest hit ball of the inning is the first out of the inning. So Miller aboard at first, and then the line out by Sibley. Sack still full, one away for Noah Felton. First pitch, Swing and a miss. Fastball maybe a touch away. 0-1 count. Felton swings and fouls that one back, and Lancaster's now worked it to 0-2. On deck is Luke Davis, the first baseman. He would be the 9th batter of the inning. Corners tight once again for North Forney. From the line, the 0-2. Down and away. That's a really good take. Breaking ball started in the zone, dropped out of it. Felton holds off. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul again. Keep it right here at 1-2. The left fielder right now in Richards is playing very close to the left field line. There is a big-time gap into left center and even right center. Breaking ball sliced back. Actually, the gap in right center is even bigger. I mean, you could you could put an entire ocean out in right center field right now. If you get one out there, it's going to roll. 1-2 still on Felton, the junior catcher, as that one just misses away. It's not missing by a lot, but Lancaster just off the mark that time, and we're even at 2-2. Felton back in the pinch. Swinging a foul back. He's making it interesting, and the pitch count really climbing on Lancaster. That was pitch number 32 of the inning. Corner still tight. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball deep in the hole left side. I don't know if North Forney will have a play, and they won't. Everyone's safe. An infield single for Noah Felton. McKinney scores. It is 4-0 for the white pinstripes. Another hit, the 4th hit of the inning for Tyler Legacy, and the 2nd infield hit of the inning. You can look back at this replay right here. Ground ball just got by Calderon down at third, and he had no play to make. It's like a courtesy runner now for the catcher and Felton. And Kanan Mercer, one of the 9 seniors, he's over there to run. Still just 1 out in the inning. And the 9th batter of the inning, Luke Davis. High breaking ball for ball 1. Well, the pressure's on. There's no doubt about it. 4 runs already home. And the 9th batter of the inning, Luke Davis, has a chance to bust this one wide open. So he swings and fouls that one out of play. 1-1 here on Davis. On deck is Cooper Moore, who led off this barrage with the base hit. The 1-1. Up and away. We've gone to 2-1. It looks like North Forney might have some guys walking down to the bullpen. 2-1. Down and in for ball 3, and you could tell that the catcher and Mitchell really wanted that one, but he didn't get it. 1 ball away from walking in another run is Luke Davis. We'll see how he approaches this 3-1. And the pitch. Ball 4, he missed high. Another run for the Red Raiders. They have put up a 5 spot in counting here in the first. So Cooper Moore will now come to the plate, and another meeting at the mound called as Mitchell will walk out and talk with his pitcher. Some chirping going back and forth in the stands as we get ready for Cooper Moore to step to the plate. The Tyler Legacy center fielder will bat for the second time in the inning. Sack's still full, a crooked number already up, and Moore trying for more. First pitch, and Moore was swinging for the left field fence. Foul ball. The count 0-1. The next pitch will be the 40th of the inning for Lancaster. Here's the 0-1. And Moore watches that one bounce in there. It's 1-1. The first 6 reached in this inning. Single, walk, single, single, hit by pitch error, then a line out, and then a single and another walk, still just 1 out. Here's the 1-1. Moore swings and slices that one back over the netting. It's now 1-2. There is now some throwing in the North Forney bullpen as a right-hander is loosening down the right field line. Here's the 1-2. Moore swings and swats that one foul. Well, I did get the pleasure of watching the Cincinnati Reds last night, and Frankie Montas in the first inning threw 46 pitches. So we're kind of eking up on that. The count 1-2. Moore back in. Corners still tight. The 1-2. Swinging a foul straight back. Well, you've got to give credit to Lancaster. It's not like he's throwing pinch after pinch out of the zone. Legacy's just really done a good job to stick around in counts and make things tough. A barrage of foul balls here in the first inning. Outfield, particularly in left field and center field, playing more deep. One and 2 count. Moore waits. And the pitch. Swing, and this ball is cranked high and deep to left field. It's way back and off the top of the wall. In to score on the play comes Landon Miller, and it'll be probably the longest hit single of his life for Cooper Moore. Everyone had to pause on the bases. That makes it 6-0. And for all those infield singles, there is about a 350-foot single. So 6-0 Legacy, and now Nolan Habel. You could see Moore even over at first base. He kind of shook his head. Like, what am I going to do? If the bases were empty, I would have liked to see him run there, but he's just held to the single. So 6-0. And Habel, who walked and scored earlier, will stand in. As he swings and grounds this one over to short, could be 2. On to second for 1. The relay back to first is not in time. Fielder's choice will plate another run as the courtesy runner and Mercer for Felton crosses. Davis up to third on the play. Moore is out at second. And it is now a 7-0 game. RBI for Habel on the play. That's his 5th of the year. So here's Cale Zips, who had a 2-run single way back earlier this inning. He is batter number 12 of the inning. Zips standing in. Habel inching off the bag at first as he shoots this one high in the air, shallow left. This should do it. Out to get it is the shortstop in Warden, and he will glove it for out number 3. But what a first inning for the Red Raiders. They put up 7 on the board as we're off to the top of the second inning. 7-0 Tyler Legacy. You're watching Red Raider Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back here as we get ready to start the top of the second inning, and if you just joined us, you missed quite a bit. 7-0 Tyler Legacy as they pour it on in the first inning. North Forney, though, the pressure definitely lower, and Legacy, if you're Tyler Legacy here, you really have to find a way to play like it's 0-0 in the field. You don't want to have the Falcons get right back into it and all of a sudden make it a game. As the 1-0 here, grounded by Logan Mitchell over to short. Abel, nice play on the move, and fires to first for out number 1. Tyler Legacy quarterback manning the shortstop position here tonight. 1 away now. Here comes Tanner Ferry. Ferry, the first baseman, to hit for the first time here tonight. Right-handed batter Ferry, as the first pitch misses up and in for a ball. Count 1-0. Get to our trivia here in just a second. I made it a little bit easier today. As always, you can answer that trivia question on our Twitter at TylerISD_ATH. As here's a swing and a flare. First base side out of play. We go to 1-2. These two teams playing on Friday at North Forney. You can find this one, or that game, I should say, right here on Tyler ISD Athletics YouTube. First pitch in that one will be a traditional 7 o'clock start time. Hope to have it covered out there. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, and looked like Tanner Ferry got a piece of that one. Or rather, that's just called a ball. It's 2-2. The rain's starting to come down now. As there's a swing and a miss. High fastball up and away, and Ferry sent packing on strikes. First strikeout for Dallin Privet. As he goes up the ladder. So now here comes Brady Andrews to hit. As you can see, the first pitch is fouled back. Count 0-1. Andrews, the designated hitter. As that one skips in there. Count 1-1. We'll get to our trivia now. Who on this list has the most World Series rings? 4 options. Is it A, Pete Rose, B, Darryl Strawberry, C, Kirk Gibson, or D, Bob Gibson? Once again, your options: Pete Rose, Darryl Strawberry, Kirk Gibson, and Bob Gibson, as the umpires getting together to confer. That rain really starting to come down now. Once again, on your screen, you can see those options: Pete Rose, Darryl Strawberry, Kirk Gibson, or Bob Gibson. You can answer that trivia question live on our Twitter at TylerISD_ATH. Count 1-1. The umpires back to their positions. That trivia question should be live any minute now. As the 1-1, a little flare off the bat into shallow left, and that ball will drop. Big turnaround first for Andrews, gunning for second. The throw to second, offline. It's a double for Brady Andrews. Nice piece of hitting there. Andrews testing the arm of McKinney, and it works out for him. The rain really just going in and out here. It seems like one moment it'll be really coming down. The next moment it's just a slight drizzle. By the way, you can answer that trivia question now on our Twitter at TylerISD_ATH. As Privet steps off, we're going to reset everything. By the way, that hit by Andrews, the first hit of the game for the Falcons. A check as that one misses down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. J.P. Porter, the center fielder, in. Trying to get North Forney on the board and slowly eke into this deficit. Here's a ground ball, hard hit right at Hable. The rain coming down hard as Hable makes a perfect throw. He's made 4 assists in the field so far through an inning and a half. And we are through an inning and a half here at Mike Carter Field. Your score through an inning and a half, it is 7-0 in favor of the Red Raiders. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back here to start the bottom of the second inning. If you can see it on your screen, it's coming down in buckets in terms of the precipitation right now, as Garner McKinney will stand in for Tyler Legacy to lead off this bottom of the second inning. McKinney standing in. He had a part in that big first, as that first one misses down. Back out on the mound after 46 pitches, Jake Lancaster. McKinney singled and scored back in that first inning. Fans scurrying for cover or their umbrellas as that one's fouled off. A decent student section was out here tonight. It looks like they're out of our view right now and underneath the stands. Everyone's going for cover. McKinney watches that one low, and now the count 2-1. Left-handed batting, Garner McKinney. As grabbing the rosin bag is Jake Lancaster. Appears he's having trouble getting a grip. With the way the rain's coming down, I mean, that's pretty understandable. 2-1 pitch. Misses high, it's 3-1. Center fielder, you can see him a little bit out there. I know it's kind of tough to see through the visibility, but Porter out there spinning around, trying to stay alive out there. As Garner McKinney watches ball 4. Leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Now here's Dallin Privet, who was hit by a pitch with 2 strikes his first time and came around to score. There's one shot back and out of play. 0-1 is the count. Can hear that rain moving a little bit. I can hear it through my headset right now. There's one fouled back, and now it's 0-2. It had stopped for a moment. I shouldn't say stopped, but slowed down a little bit. Now it's coming down quite hard once again, and VJ Bunner calling time to talk with Privet, I believe, and might be getting a new bat. Or at least some pine tar. I mean, that rain is coming down hard. Privet, the guy at the plate, headed to Oklahoma Christian University to play next year. So he's either got some pine tar or a new bat. And back to the plate. 6'2", 200 pounds. I mean, it is dumping rain right now. There's a throwback to the bag. Gardner McKinney is going to get that jersey nice and wet. Playing on turf, obviously, here, so don't have to worry about the dirt, but this rain is really causing some problems as now the umpires are going to confer, and I would imagine that we might be getting a short delay. Can obviously play through it on turf until it becomes a safety issue, and we are right on that border right now. And here come the coaches. We're going to see if we're going to play on. Hoping it's only a little bit of light rain and maybe you can get out of the area quickly, but for right now, it is coming down quite heavy. And North Forney's coming off the field. So we're going to hit a delay here at Mike Carter Field, at least for a little bit. And checking the forecast, it looks like it's just an isolated shower coming through here, and hopefully it's gone soon. But for the time being, we're going to hit a delay. 7-0. There's nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And as we hit this delay, we're going to hit a break ourselves. You can tune in to our social medias at Tyler ISD Athletics, at Tyler ISD_ATH on Twitter for updates regarding that. We're hoping to get back and playing soon. We're going to step aside for a moment. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube. Well, welcome back, folks. It appears that our rain delay is nearly over, and a new pitcher coming on for North Forney. We'll tell you about him in just a second. Just step aside for a moment. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. I love you. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
With number 11, Dallin Privet at the plate.
So we're back here as we get ready to restart things. Once again, if you need a reminder, it's the bottom of the second inning with a runner on and nobody out. And it's going to be the end of the line for Jake Lancaster, who departs as Cole Hall comes on to pitch. Now the right-hander takes over for Lancaster. He has an open line with Garner McKinney over at first base. He walked right before the rain delay. As the first pitch here to Dallin Privet is fouled away. Oh, 0-1 on Privet. Lancaster goes an inning plus one batter. As here's a swing and a ground ball right side, and nice stop on the dive by Hannigan, but he's got no play. Really nice play that time, but ultimately no play to really be made. We're experiencing some technical difficulties right now with our control panel updating. Hopefully get you that in just a moment. So 2 on and none out, and Landon Miller now coming to the plate as Payne Hopman is going to go run at second base, rather over at first base for Dallin Privet. And squaring to bunt, Landon Miller, he puts it down, and no play is going to be made. An attempt at a throw by Mitchell. He had no chance. Landon Miller, nice bunt, and the bases are loaded. So Legacy's got it cooking, bases loaded with nobody out of the inning. We'll hopefully have our score bug updated in just a moment, as here's Barrett Sibley. As he swings and fouls that first one off. It is 7-0. That score on your screen is not correct. Scorebug's just not cooperating with us right now. As here's a swing and a sharply hit foul ball by Sibley. It's still not cooperating with us, so hopefully we're going to get this one fixed here relatively soon. As Sibley watches that one upstairs. Yeah, hopefully this will get fixed. I don't know what's going on. Scoreboard's just not deciding to work. Sibley in a 1-2 count with the bases loaded. So that one misses way high. Count is 2-2 on Barrett Sibley. And the pitch misses way up and in. It is now 3-2. So Cole Hall in a dangerous spot in big-time danger right now of walking Barrett Sibley. 3-2, way up and in, ball 4. Got past the catcher, but it didn't matter anyway. Sibley with the RBI, and he now is the 9th Red Raider to reach. McKinney scores, Hopman to third, Miller to second, RBI walk. Hopefully the scorebug works. It is now 8-0 in favor of Tyler Legacy. First pitch to the bat of Noah Felton, misses away for ball 1. Felton, RBI single on an infield hit, his first time. As he takes a big hack that time and misses. 1-1 is the count. Okay. Scoreboard might be working now. We're going to see. Here's Felton swinging at the 1-1 pitch, puts it in the air right center field. Tagging from third, Hotman. Here he comes. The throw to the plate from Porter is way offline, nearly got away. Mitchell knocked it down, picks up, throws to third, and that one gets away. This is going to score another run, and Legacy has put up double digits. On to third, and now motoring around. Here comes Sibley, head first slide, and they are thriving in the rain right now. That ball just kept rolling up the line. And after all of that, everyone scores. It's 11-0 Tyler Legacy. Told you I would get you the updated scoreboard in just a second.
Now batting first base.
And now the bases are empty. One is away. Here's Luke Davis. First pitch, and that one misses low. Davis swings and slices that one back. The rain's still coming down here at Mike Carter Field, and now our score bug is updated. Felton gets credit for 1 RBI on that hit, with everyone scoring. 2-1 here on Luke Davis, who walked to drive in a run back in the first inning, was left stranded at third. So that one misses high. It's now 3-1 count. By the way, Lancaster's final line is now closed. As that one's in there. As that one misses, ball 4.
Now batting center fielder, number 18, Cooper Moore.
So Davis walks. Legacy now has Cooper Moore at the plate. 1 on and 1 out. Still getting everything updated with that scoreboard interruption, but hopefully you can at least see the game fine on your screen right now. 1 on, 1 out. This has been quite the game so far, as Cooper Moore, who hit a 350-foot single his last time at the plate, watches ball 1. Hit it off the very top of the left field fence. 1-0, and that one bounces in there. It gets away from the catcher, Mitchell. Wild pitch, and moving up to second is Luke Davis. Jake Lancaster departs. And his final line, an inning, 5 hits, 8 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Moore back and waiting. 2-0's way high. It's now 3-0. Cole Hall has fallen behind. This North Forney team, they finished 3rd last year in the district, and they made the area championship game, but they only returned 3 starters. They've got a younger team this year, a lot of sophomores and juniors. Cole Hall way behind. Three-0 pitch, here it is. That one bounces in there for ball four. Taking off for third is Davis. A good throw, and Davis is nabbed. He probably thought that ball was going to get more away from Mitchell than it actually did, so it's a caught stealing.
Number 8, Nolan Hable.
The assist that time going to Mitchell. Cooper Moore is aboard now for the third time here tonight. So 2 away, runner on first. And here comes Nolan Hable. Moore going on the first pitch, and he was halfway to second before that ball was released. Easy stolen base, pitch bounces in there. So now a runner on second for the Red Raiders. Ferry, the first baseman, playing way in. He's pretty much played way in all game long. I'm not quite sure the reasoning for that, but it's been very consistent, not just when you have a bunch of runners on base or a situation where you need to bring the infield in. 2-0. Hable hacking. Might have been ball 3. It's now 2-1. Hable 0 for 1 so far today. He's walked and scored, as well as driving in a run on a fielder's choice his last time up. 2-1. Down and away, it's 3-1. Well, if he walks, Cale Zips is on deck. Already has a 2-run single today. As that one misses, ball 4. So Hable walks.
Now batting.
And the walks have been aplenty this inning. That is walk number 5 total of the inning. The 4th charge to Cole Hall. And 2 on, 2 out for Cale Zips, who came through with a 2-run single in the first inning. And his last time up, he flew out to left field. 4 runs already home in the inning for the Red Raiders. 11 total. Here's a ground ball with eyes into right field. Cooper Moore, the track star, around third. Close play at the plate. It's going to be cut off. Into scores Moore. Throw to second. Safe there is Nolan Hable. It is now 12-0. Tyler Legacy. Looks like VJ Bunner is going to go out to second to check on Nolan Hable to make sure he's okay. Cale Zips now on the year has 18 RBIs, including 3 today. What a game this has been. The rain starting to come down quite hard once again, and this has been just a struggle for the Falcons, who are now going to have to find a way to rebound on Friday. But they got to get through this one first. Cole Hall just looking to get out of the inning. Garner McKinney, 1 for 1, a single and a walk. He's scored 2 runs. As he swings, and there goes the bat right near the North Forney dugout. Second bat on dugout crime. That is the first against the North Forney dugout. The one earlier, Cale Zips had thrown. My, oh my. Here comes the towel. Looks like we're going to get some pine tar as well. Here's the replay of it. You'll see here in just a second. Maybe not the highlight of Garner McKinney's night, but he's had a good night. You can do things like that. Here's the 0-1. And it misses down and in. Counts even at 1-1. Rain coming down even harder now. It's a scattered shower, but it's just refusing to leave the area right now. 1-1. McKinney checks swing, and he might have been hit on the hand by that. It's a foul ball right near the bat. 1-2 count. Cole Hall looking to get out of the inning. 1-2. Way up and away. We're even now at 2-2. On deck, it's Dallin Privet. Two. That misses away. A snap throw back to second. Abel, no slide. He's back in there easily. Actually, rather, he was out. Oh, rather, that was called strike three. I apologize. That pitch was called strike three. Even fooled me a little bit. So we're off to the third inning now. It is 12-0 in favor of Tyler Legacy. You're watching Red Raider Baseball right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We're back here as we get ready to start the top of the third inning. That was a strikeout to end the inning. I should clarify once again. I was confused by it. I didn't realize that it was called strike three on the field. Garner McKinney, though, out on strikes. That leads us into the top of the third inning. North Forney back to the plate, just trying to find something offensively. Well, it is 12-0, but like I mentioned at the top of last inning, if you're Tyler Legacy, you got to keep the foot on the gas. You really need this game. Obviously, they're well on their way to getting this game, but keeping the momentum going into Friday. So leading off Trey Harrington, the second baseman, as he watches ball one. Seems like forever ago, that was just before the delay, that J.P. Porter grounded out to short to end the top of the second inning. Count here at 2-0. We'll get to our trivia here in just a couple of half innings. Once again, that trivia question as this ball is shot up in the air, foul ground, first base side, and into the seats. Can hear the clang at the end of it. Count now 2-1. But that trivia question earlier, who has the most World Series rings? A, Pete Rose, B, Darryl Strawberry, C, Kirk Gibson, or D, Bob Gibson? 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Harrington skies this one in the air. Shallow right field. Martinez out, Miller in, and Miller makes the catch. So one away here in the top of the third, and now here comes the 9 hitting Landon Richards. Richards in as that first one misses for ball one. Dallin Privet still on the mound. Despite the slight delay, this will be pitch number 30 for him. As it misses down, it's 2-0. He did allow a double with 2 outs in the second inning, but nothing came from it. Hasn't walked a batter, and he struck out 1. That one's down as well. It's 3-0. Top of the order is next with Matthew Calderon. 3-0's high, a 4-pitch walk here to Landon Richards.
Now batting right fielder number 1, Matthew Calderon.
So 1 on and 1 out for Calderon, who lined out to shortstop his first time as that first one misses in 1-0. Leadoff man, the right fielder, Calderon, waiting. As there's a strike. Privet finds the zone, 1-1. Once again, you can find this matchup on Friday at North Forney. We'll be right here on Tyler ISD Athletics YouTube for that one. A traditional 7 o'clock start time. Snap throw back before the 1-1. A close play, but diving back in safely is Richards. One from the hold. And the pitch. Down and in, 2-1. Privet had been on a roll with throwing strikes, but with the slight delay and now obviously a lot of rain, struggling a bit. Showing bunt here, Calderon pulls back. That one bounces in there. A snap throw down to first. They might have the runner. Richards takes off for second, and that is perfectly executed. Snap throw down to Davis, who pivoted the traditional shortstop in Davis and fired on to second, and Richards is caught. So a 3-1 count, but now 2 away. So here's a swing and a pop-up, first base side, out of play. Counts full, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Got him looking with the fastball. Calderon knew it. And 3 up, 3 down with a little bit of a bump in the road on the way, but some nice defense by the Red Raiders. Through 2.5. Your score, it's Legacy 12, North Forney 0. You're watching North Forney and Tyler Legacy right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. I love you. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Tyler Legacy leading this by 12 as North Forney has come in and they have just struggled against the bats of the Red Raiders. And back out on the mound for another inning is Cole Hall as Legacy comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Be 5-6-7 due up against Hall.
Leading off for Tyler
Dallin
Legacy,
Privet
pitcher number 11.
reached both times. He's been to the plate. Hit by pitch, base hit, 2 runs scored. Rain, it's kind of going in and out. It's dumping once again as Privet will stand in. The slightly earlier 6:30 start time here tonight due to state testing at Tyler Legacy, as well as Tyler High this week. Here's a fly ball out to right. Calderon puts a glove on it, 1 away.
Now batting right fielder number 10.
So now
Miller.
Landon Miller, who's also been aboard twice, reached on an error and also singled, scored twice. Miller laid down a perfect bunt his last time. So he swings, and there goes another bat. I mean, this is getting almost ridiculous at this point. 3 innings, 3 thrown bats. As Miller's going to walk down and retrieve it from Coach Parks. So you can see right here on your screen the moment that bat goes flying. Boom. Even startled Coach Parks at first base. So Miller back to the plate, and he now does not have batting gloves on. So he's trying to hold on to the stick any way he can. As the 0-1's in there, and now it's 0-2. Corners playing in, as they have all night, but I'm sure some extra attention as Miller had the bunt hit last time. That one's down and in. It's 1-2. Barrett Sibley on deck. So here's a swing. There goes the bat again. Well, there's 2-1 at bat. We can't say we've had that tonight. I mean, this is getting nuts. 4 bats in 3 innings, all from the hands of the Red Raiders. It's Landon Miller now walking back towards the box, kind of like what gives, as you can see on the replay right here. We'll cut it back to Landon in just a second, but that one got some airtime. Miller 1-2 as he waves and misses. Actually, might have got a piece of that, but he's down on strikes regardless. First 2 done here for Legacy in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Baseman number 9, Barrett Sibley.
So now Barrett Sibley digs in. 0 for 1 with a RBI walk his last time. Also came around to score. That one's up and in. 1-0. Sibley again watches that one in. So now a 2-0 count. We'll get to our trivia in the top of the 4th inning. Once again, there goes another bat. And that one's a little more dangerous. Right over the Legacy dugout. I mean, this is almost becoming a safety issue at this point. I would think they're going to have to get him a new bat. Another bat goes flying. So 5 and not even 3 innings for the Red Raiders. Give us 1 second here. Their Legacy dugout was asking for sunscreen, it appeared. Sibley swings and slices that one back towards us. Count now 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So a nice inning for Cole Hall. He strikes out a couple and goes 1, 2, 3 in the order. That's at least something for the Falcons to hang their hats on. We're off to the 4th inning here tonight from Mike Carter Field. Your score between the Falcons and the Red Raiders, 12-0, Tyler Legacy. You're watching Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back here as we get ready to start the top of the fourth inning. Tyler Legacy 12, North Forney 0. Colin Warden, the shortstop, 2-3-4 due up for North Forney, and Warden, the two-hitter, will start it off. So Warden to stand in. A pop out to shallow left field, his first time up. First pitch, Warden squares the bunt, but he bunts this one foul. Trying to bunt for a hit, obviously, with the bases empty. Counts 0-1 here on Warden. Here's a swing and a flare over to short, and Nolan Habel has been busy out there tonight. Makes another play on that sinking liner for the first out of the inning. So let's get into our trivia now, and the answer of that trivia question that I asked earlier, it was who has the most World Series rings on this list? A, Pete Rose, B, Darryl Strawberry, C, Kirk Gibson, or D, Bob Gibson? It was actually Darryl Strawberry, so everybody up in the booth got it wrong. I feel like I've got a little bit of momentum going now as there's a foul ball. Yeah, actually, that answer did surprise me, though, when I looked it up, so I guess I was wrong as well. It was Darryl Strawberry, and the titles with the Yankees at the end of his career certainly helping that. Here's a line drive center field, and that'll bounce on one hop to Cooper Moore. It's a base hit for Mario Calderon. One out single for the third baseman. One on, one out now for Logan Mitchell. Second hit of the game.
Now batting number 27, Logan Mitchell.
For the Falcons, here comes Logan Mitchell, who bounced to short his first time. If you're curious about the other candidates on that list, Kirk Gibson had 2. He won one with the Tigers, won one with the Dodgers. Here's a fly ball, well hit straightaway center, but Moore backing up. He's got plenty of room. He'll make the catch. Warden, or rather, Calderon thought about tagging, but he'll just go back to the bag. But Kirk Gibson, one with the Dodgers, one with the Tigers. Obviously the one in 1988, the memorable one where he came off the bench. Hurt, pinch hit home run. I shouldn't even say hurt, he was injured. Bob Gibson had 2, one in 1964, one in 1967. Pete Rose had 3, 2 for the Big Red Machine, 1975, 76, and then one in 1980 with the Phillies. There's a snap throw back towards Calderon, a close play, but he's back safely. Two outs in the inning for Tanner Ferry. First baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Way inside, almost hit him. 1-1. The next pitch for Privet will be number 45 of the night. One and 0 count here. Runner over at first base. Ground ball, third base side, and foul, and a nice grab. Looked like Cole Kimmel. Bare hand grab down in the dugout. Over the railings, he fires back on to Privet. Top of the fourth inning. North Forney trying to find a way to get onto the board. Another throw back towards Calderon. One, and that breaking ball way away. A wild pitch gets past Felton. Calderon moves up 90 feet. So the second runner in scoring position here tonight on the side of North Forney. And Privet wants a new baseball. On deck, if it could get to him, is Brody Andrews, the designated hitter. Two one. Down and away. A nice job by Felton to lunge for it. Gone to 3-1. The base open down at first with the runner moving up on the wild pitch. From the hold. 3-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Actually, rather a foul tip into the mitt that time. And it looked like Tanner Ferry almost lost the bat on that swing. Didn't look real comfortable on the follow-through. So he'll readjust the batting gloves. Privet readying. First base side of the rubber. Payoff pitch. Misses away for ball 4. Second walk surrendered by Privet.
Now batting. Designated hitter.
Let's
number
put 2 on with 2
Brody
out.
Andrews.
And it'll now be Brody Andrews. Andrews, the designated hitter, has the only extra base hit of the day, actually, by either side. Despite all 12 runs by Tyler Legacy, they do not have an extra base hit. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch, which was pitch number 50, misses away. 1-0. A right-hander throwing in the North Forney bullpen. Obviously, this game will be a mercy if Legacy leads by 10 or more runs after 5. In this case, 4.5, with North Forney getting their chance in the top of the inning. So we'll see how long Legacy gives Privet. In an ideal world, maybe you can get him under even 70 pitches, and he might be available out of the bullpen on Friday. That's how it worked against Mesquite Horn 2 weeks back. If I'm remembering right, Privet threw right around 60 pitches, and then he was able to pitch on Friday at Horn. Here's a ground ball, slowly, first base side, and foul. A 1-2 count, as Felton and Privet are going to talk it over for just a second. One and two count. A check and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually, rather a foul tip. Reminder, you can click the subscribe button on our page. Be updated for the game on Friday at North Forney. You can get updates if you'd like when we go live. That way you never miss a game. There's a swing and a miss. Down swinging, Brody Andrews. Third strikeout of the game for Dallin Privet, and we're through 4.5. Tyler Legacy leading this one by a dozen. It's Red Raider Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back and ready here to start the top of the 5th inning. As Kanan Mercer is going to stand in for Tyler Legacy, so the pinch hitter coming into the spot of Noah Felden. Senior batting, another pinch hitter, Braylon Reggie on deck as the first pitch to Mercer misses inside for ball 1. At bat number 2 of the season for Mercer is used mostly as a defensive replacement and a pinch runner as he skies this one into center field and caught out there and straightaway center by J.P. Porter.
Now batting number 17.
So retired as Mercer. The rain is dumping once again. And here comes Braylon Reggie. Reggie taking the spot of Luke Davis. Mercer taking the spot of Felton. First pitch to Reggie. Misses for ball 1. Nobody in the on-deck circle yet for Tyler Legacy, so now here comes Cooper Moore. So Moore's going to stay in and hit. Reggie swats that one foul. Looks like Camden Howard has a helmet down on the top steps of the dugout, so it looks like he might hit as well. There's a swing and a miss by Reggie. It's 1-2. Reggie's going to head to college as there's a foul ball. He's going to study kinesiology as well as physical therapy. Favorite player, Ken Griffey Jr. Here's a swing and a hard ground ball, but foul. Just out in front of that pitch from Cole Hall, who's done a pretty admirable job, all things considered. I mean, he came into the game 7-0 after the rain delay. Obviously, the 5 runs coming home, 4 charged to him in the second, but he went 1-2-3 in the third with 2 strikeouts, and he got the first out of the inning here in the 4th. One, 2. And that misses just down. Hall thought he maybe had strike 3. Two. And there's called strike 3. So Hall picks up another strikeout. That is his 4th now of the contest, and the 4th in the last 6 batters.
Now batting number 24.
So Reggie down looking. And Cooper Moore is not going to hit. It's going to be Camden Howard. So Howard, I thought, might pinch hit for Hable, but given this might be the last time for Legacy to hit, Howard will now take the spot of Cooper Moore. Howard, sidearm pitcher, sees most of his time on the mound as there's ball 1. Batting from the left side. 1-0, lined into center field. Porter moves a couple of steps over and to his right as he makes the catch. There's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Cole Hall. We're off to the top of the 5th. This might be it here tonight from Mike Carter. Your score, Tyler Legacy 12, North Forney none. You're watching Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back here as we get ready to start the top of the 5th inning, and we have some changes, and we'll show you the new defensive alignment. Dallin Privet is done on the mound, and as reflected in these changes now for Tyler Legacy, Barrett Sivley takes over on the mound. The senior right-hander moves over from third base. 8 games, an 0-1 record in 1 start this year, 13 total innings. ERA of 3.23 coming in. 13 innings, 10 walks, 10 strikeouts for the senior. Luke Davis, he moves from first to third. Dallin Privet moves from the mound over to first base. So we get ready to start the top of the 5th inning. This might be it. North Forney needs 3 to keep it alive. By the way, the guys who subbed in, Kanan Mercer, Braylon Reggie, Camden Howard, none of them are in on defense right now. First pitch here from Barrett Sivley. Misses inside for ball 1 to J.P. Porter. Bottom of the order due up for North Forney, which is Porter, Hannigan, and Richards. Porter bounced out to shortstop to end the 2nd inning. Sivley's 1-0 bounces in there. It's now 2-0. Sivley headed to McMurray University in Abilene to play football next year. He's a leading tackler on the Tyler Legacy football team's defense this year. 3-year varsity players. There's a foul ball. 2-1 is our count. Rain not really coming down now, just an ominous mist in the air. As the breaking ball misses away, it's now 3-1. Sivley trying to put the lid on what was a really good start by Dallin Privet. As that one misses down. Privet's season ERA coming in was 2. Well, he lowered it here tonight. 3-2. Pop up. This will stay on the infield. Who wants it? Sivley, the natural third baseman, calls for it and puts the squeeze on for the first out. Final line for Dallin Privet, who's in line for the win. 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, no runs allowed, and 3 strikeouts. First pitch here. This is way away, down and away for a ball to Trey Hannigan. Hannigan, the second baseman, flew out to right. That was back in the 3rd inning. There's a foul back, and now the count 1-1. Once again, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can be updated for every broadcast. You can even get post notifications right to your phone. Completely free, as that pitch did not count. Time was called before. It's completely free. Might as well use it and utilize what we have here with Tyler ISD Athletics. Next broadcast on Friday, we'll be at North Forney for that one. 1-1 count on Trey Hannigan. Swing and a miss. Sivley ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string with the breaking ball. Felton collects, fires down to first on a hop, and Privet makes the dig for out number 2. First strikeout for Barrett Sivley, and the Falcons are down to their final out.
The batter number 15, Landon Richards.
So here is the bat of Landon Richards, who watches ball 1. Richards, the left fielder, will walk his first time. The 1-0. Sivley just misses up. 2-0. I'm sure Coach Moore, pitching coach for this Legacy squad, would love the shutout. 1 out away from getting it, but the count is now ran 3-0 here on Landon Richards. On deck, Matthew Calderon. 3-0, and that finds the bottom of the strike zone. It's 3-1. Misses high, ball 4. So the Falcons live to see another. They've got a base runner here with 2 outs. Second walk for Landon Richards.
Matthew Calderon.
An update of Tyler Legacy softball in a must-win game tonight out in North Forney. It is not going well. A 7-1 lead for North Forney. A win is going to make it very tough for Tyler Legacy's softball team to qualify for their playoffs. First pitch down and away. Calderon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. There's one that just misses away. A snap throw down to first, gets into right field. Miller over to get it, fires onto second base, head first slide, safe. Landon Richards. Throwing error that time will be tasked against Noah Felton. 2-0. Just high. It is now 3-0 in the count. There's one over the inside corner. It's now 3-1. Sibley has fallen behind on every hitter he's faced so far. Trying to work his way back from down 3-0 in the count. And there's a called strike 2 over the inside corner. So now North Forney is down to their final strike. Rain-soaked Tuesday. Barrett Sibley trying to cap it. And he does. Cold strike 3. Sibley punches out Matthew Calderon. And that'll end it here tonight from Mike Carter Field. We're going to take a short break. 12-0's your final. We'll come back in just a moment to recap it. You're watching Legacy Baseball right here on YouTube.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
We're back here, and we've gone final here tonight from Mike Carter Field. Your final in this one, it is the Red Raiders 12 and the North Forney Falcons. They scored none. A 4.5 inning game. We experienced a rain delay, but got through it in under 2 hours. Game time, 1 hour and 49 minutes officially on a rainy Tuesday. Tyler Legacy scored their runs in the first 2 frames, but in a big way. The Red Raiders put 7 on the board in the first inning and 5 on the board in the second inning, coasting out to a 12-0 lead that they would obviously never relinquish. It was just a tough one on the side of North Forney, who's going to have to try and regroup now on Friday. Tyler Legacy up to 4-5 overall in the district, and you can see on your screen here in just a moment the standings coming into tonight. Tyler Legacy is now going to be at 4-5. So officially right now they are a half game behind Rockwall and a full game behind Mesquite Horn. Rather a half game behind Mesquite Horn, but we're still waiting on the final in Rockwall. Mesquite Horn has this week off. So no matter what, Tyler Legacy will be a half game back of Mesquite Horn after tonight, and that's big because if Legacy wins on Friday, they will be tied with Mesquite Horn, and they hold the tiebreaker. So that's a big one. Tyler Legacy's got to regroup on Friday and come out firing. But let's talk a little bit about how this game went down. Tyler Legacy poured on the runs in the first inning. First 6 batters reached, first 6 batters scored. Never had anything more than a single or a walk, 1 error, but they made it work. 7 runs in the first inning and then 5 in the second. You look at the tally, Cooper Moore aboard 3 times on the night. Nolan Hable aboard twice. Cale Zips aboard twice with 2 singles, including 3 RBIs. Gardner McKinney on twice. Dallin Privet on twice. Landon Miller on twice. Barrett Sibley knocked in a run. Noah Felden was on once and then had a sac fly, 2 RBIs in total. Luke Davis was on twice. So it was a very eventful night here tonight at Mike Carter Field for senior night. The winning pitcher tonight, Dallin Privet, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs. He allowed 2 walks and struck out 3. The losing pitcher, Jake Lancaster, an inning, 5 hits, 8 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Barrett Sibley out of the bullpen, 1 inning, no hits or runs. He walked 1 and he struck out 2. Once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Tyler ISD Athletics. We'll be back here on Friday, actually back at North Forney High School, but back on your airwaves on Friday. Start time in that game, 7 o'clock. Legacy looking for a big win to potentially improve to 500 in the district. That'll about do it here tonight from Mike Carter Field. Had a ton of fun, as always, doing this one. And as always, I'm Reese Landon here with Tyler ISD Athletics, signing off. 12-0 our final. Tune in on Friday for North Forney Tyler Legacy Part 2. Have a great night, everyone.